But you have a theory, which is, at least was the first time I heard it, and it's now something that people have begun to accept more, which now seems so logical, and at the time seemed very new. And it works with husbands and wives. I mean, it works which was that you don't blame the person. You talked about the spilled milk. You don't say stupid, but that you're angry at the object. It's a whole way of arguing and of dealing with, of communicating with people.
Barbara, I compared. What is the difference between my response to a child in psychotherapy, shall we say, and a parent's response in the same situation? Suppose a child came into my playroom and he turned around and he turned over a glass of water. My natural response, without thinking spontaneously, would be, oh, the water spilled, here is a sponge. Now, the principle that I use is, don't say anything to the child about himself. Do not attack his character, do not attack his personality, do not attack his dignity. The principle is, here is the problem, here is the solution. Parents, because of their own upbringing, have a native tongue of rejection, a native tongue of attack. And what we try to do now is to give them another language. And this is a language of compassion and a language of caring. After all, it's as easy to say to a child, the milk spilled, here's a sponge. By the way, parents know it, especially when guest comes. Have you ever seen when a guest comes to your home and spills, shall we say, a glass of wine? Would you say to him, listen, next time if you do it once more, you're never going to be invited. That's the last time that you are in our home. Besides, where were you brought up? In the jungle? Yeah. That's where you belong, you know. Somehow, to guests, we don't talk like this. I always ask parents, what would you do if a guest came to your home and forgot, shall we say, his umbrella? Would you say to him, every time you come to our home, you forget something. If it's not one thing, it's another. Mrs. Smith, I want to live to see the day when you come to my home, you remember to take all your belongings with you. I'm not your slave to pick up after you. Or would you say to her something like a comparison? Why can't you be like your younger sister? When she visits, she remembers to take all the things home. Somehow we know how to talk to guests. My idea is that we need to talk to children the way we talk to guests, meaning protective of their feelings.